Hey guys, what's going on? This is Perry with XP Corner, and today we're going to be taking a second look at the Sony Vaio SVS15127PXB laptop. And really the video today is not to focus on the actual laptop itself, but it's actually to focus on the extended battery pack that I was telling you guys about from the first video review. And that review went over pretty well, so I've had a lot of questions, and I really do appreciate all the comments and the questions that you have about the computer. So if you have any more, please continue to ask, and I will, of course, definitely respond as best as I can. And if you need me, if you need me to make another video, I would definitely do that as well. So shout out to Binky7 guy. He asked me about the Sony Vaio extended battery pack that I was telling you about from the first video. And it's called the Sony Vaio VGP-BPSC29. And what it is, it's actually a sheet battery. I'll show you right here. That's actually it. And so, unlike an extended battery pack on most computers, it doesn't actually go inside where the regular battery would go. It actually goes on the bottom of the computer like a cookie sheet, and you simply sit the computer down on the battery, and it extends the battery life. And so it really does an excellent job extending the battery life to about I've seen extensions all the way up to about 8 hours. Now, mind you, that's going to be 8 hours total, not 8 hours extension. It's going to be with of course, the standard battery pack that's included on the Sony, as well as the extended battery pack. So it can extend your battery out to about 8 hours when watching high definition video. Now, I say that because when I use the extension, I only use it rarely, in very rare cases, like I'm going on a long trip, or I'm going to be in a place where I don't have access to an electrical outlet, and that's the only time I really use it. So let's just show you what I do generally when I'm using it. I'll have the battery. You see here in the taskbar. I'm going to zoom in. And guys, I'm using my HTC One X, not the new one, just an HTC One X to record this video. So as you can see, it's just the standard battery pack right there. And what I do generally is I'll let the battery drain all the way down to the point where it says plug in your PC now. Then I will attach the sheet battery, which I will show you what it looks like, and how heavy it is, and the dimensions with it plugged in. So, just a quick look at the sheet battery pack. It weighs about roughly a pound, maybe a pound and a half. And you can see it's relatively thin, so it's not really going to add much as far as the width of the computer. It's really not going to make it that much bigger. So it's the Sony Vaio SVS15127PXB is pretty much a very thin laptop. Very easy to pick up with one hand, as I've already showed you from the previous video. It's fairly light. Not exactly an ultrabook, but still relatively light for a 15.5-inch computer. And I guess what Sony was going for was try to keep down the swelter of the computer. So it's still fairly thin with the battery pack. It's going to be about the size of an older model 15-inch computer, and not that much heavier. So it weighs about 5.5 pounds by itself. And then after you add the battery pack, it's going to weigh about 6.5 to 7 pounds. And oddly enough, what it does, instead of just extending the battery pack or the battery life of the primary battery, it actually identifies it as two different batteries. So you'll see the percentage on one, and then it'll say battery 2, which I'll see if I can pull that up. Yeah, there we go. So right there, you see it says battery 1, 68% remaining, about an hour and 52 minutes, and battery number 2 not present. So it comes built in, ready to acknowledge an extended battery pack. So Sony had already prepared for that and built it in. So I'll go ahead and show you how it looks with the actual battery pack extension. So let me just shut down the computer. So I'm closing down the computer, turning it over. And so there's nothing that has to come off the bottom of the PC for the battery to work. There's only going to be one little plastic cover, and all you have to do is just remove that cover. Turn the lights. And to remove the little plastic cover, much like this one right here, this is also a plastic cover if you guys can't see. Remove that plastic cover, and that's going to be for this little piece right here to fit inside. And you just match it up. It's kind of like a hooking motion. So it goes over. Let me see if I can get it. And then make sure it's locked. And then here at the bottom, you'll see, I know it's upside down, but it says here, lock and release. So lock is right on this side, and then release is on this side right here. And you just lock it down. Make sure I've done it right. Okay. And so now you see on the bottom you've got the battery pack on. And guys, if this video is shaky, I really do apologize. I don't know if it's secure. I don't think it is. It's a little hard to do with one hand, so I'll try as best as I can to keep this from being too out of control and shaking. Either way, look, I don't know if I can get it, but I think that's a lot. So now let's see, will it at least identify the battery? Nope, still not picking it up. So I'll try this again. You guys just bear with me. So we're just trying to get this in. It's very difficult to do it with one hand, so I'm sorry about the blackout. Okay, now I've got it. So now it's locked in. Let's see if you guys can see this. So when it locks, there should be no gap between the bottom. And you see it's going to make the computer a little bit thicker, but not so much. Slightly heavier, but still able to hold it with one hand. So now let's see if it's going to identify this battery pack yet. Close it down, open it back up. Yeah. So see, now it's going to say 100% remaining. So it says, turn up the flash. So battery number 1, 64% remaining. Battery number 2, 100% remaining. And it really boosts the battery life, I mean, incredibly. I've noticed what I do, I turn my power life down to power saver, and I have mine adjusted to nearly halfway. And I turn off the backlit keyboard, hitting this button, wrong button, the Vaio button. And where's the battery? Turn off. And I keep the brightness down, like I said, a little bit about halfway. And the video quality is still perfectly fine, even at just halfway. And also set my button here to stamina instead of speed. And once I do that, I just put on a good movie. We'll see what we have today. We'll look at Skyfall. That movie looked phenomenal. Which, by the way, if you're a fan of 007, this one was okay. And with the battery pack, these speakers really do suck. I mean, these speakers are a joke. If you're going to buy this computer, let me give you a heads up. Buy you a very nice set of headphones. And I don't know if I have my Sony headphones here, but if I can find them, I could recommend buying you some Sony headphones. They sound remarkable. I mean, and they're fairly inexpensive at like 99 bucks. The over-the-ear headphones sound great. And that's what I use. And like I said, with the battery pack on the computer, and what I do, like I said, with settings set to power saver, have the brightness about halfway, have the button set to stamina, turn off your backlit keyboard, I get about, I would say, 2.5 hours on the regular battery at 100% charged, and then another 6 hours with the extended battery life. So you're looking at about 8 hours total of high-definition video viewing on your PC without a charge. So it's going to be great. Alright, so there it is. There's a look at the Sony Vaio SVS15127PXB extended battery pack called the Sony Vaio VGP-BPSC29. If you really want something that's going to last a very long time, and it's definitely worth the buy. I bought mine off of eBay for $79.99, brand new. So I'm pretty sure that you can get it even less than that now. And it's definitely worth the investment. Alright, thanks for watching.